Today is Thursday, August 4. I'm Pastor Anthony, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Psalm 66. Praise our God, all peoples. Let the sound of his praise be heard. He has preserved our lives and kept our feet from slipping. For you, God, tested us. You refined us like silver. You brought us into prison and laid burdens on our backs. You let people ride over our heads. We went through fire and water. But you brought us to a place of abundance. Psalm 66, verses 8 through 12. This psalm, Psalm 66, is a song of praise to God. And yet these are some pretty hard words here in the middle. Praise our God, says verse 8. You brought us to a place of abundance, says verse 12. But in the center of this paragraph are some facts that might make us question that triumphant assertion. How can a God whose plan for us includes testing, refining, imprisonment, burdening, oppression, fire, and water be a God that's worthy of praise? It's a question that's haunted many people of faith, including the psalmists, for millennia. But it's not really a question that Psalm 66 dwells on. There are different seasons in our lives. Sometimes we stand in a place of childlike faith. Perhaps it's naive about the challenges of life, but it is trustful and uncomplicated, oriented fully toward God. At other times we stand in the place of disorientation. It's the messy middle where we are confused, hurt, feeling abandoned, and asking the hard questions, or just avoiding God altogether. But then there is a third place, the place of reorientation, when we finally find some hard-wrestled place of peace with God again, our faith having been tested, deepened, and renewed. This three-part rhythm of orientation, disorientation, and reorientation, found all over the Psalms and all over our lives, was coined by an Old Testament scholar. And it's helpful, I think, because Psalm 66 is not written from the place of orientation or of disorientation, but from the place of reorientation. This is a psalm proclaimed by the people who have passed through the fire and the water, and who have found God faithful still on the other side. They call back to us who still languish in the throes of disorientation following whatever crisis of life or faith that we may be facing. And they remind us of God's faithful, saving work. Be patient, they say. Keep going. There is still reason to hope. They remind us that our God is a God who saves, who preserves our lives and keeps our feet from slipping. Through the waters of the Exodus, through the return after exile, and as we Christians would now read it too, through the work of Jesus himself. There are Good Friday times of disorientation when we cry out, "Why have you forsaken me?" But there are also times of Easter reorientation, when life is curiously changed and made new, and we find reason to praise God again. That's what this psalm declares. It says, hang in there. We're here to tell you that there are still places of abundance. Easter still comes. God is still a God of resurrection and salvation, no matter how dark the night may look from here. So, dear friends, whether you're ready to take up the praise of God on your lips right now or not, be encouraged that the community of faith cheers you on. Be encouraged that there are others who are in that third place who can praise God for you on the days when you feel too disoriented to do it yourself. Be encouraged that no matter how long the night, our God is still a God of resurrection hope. And as you journey on, go with God's blessing. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness and protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.